going here. Oh, good block.
Hey, Rockets fans. Can't wait till the game starts. Right now, I'm not showing the Rockets game. Well, I wasn't going to show no Rockets game. If you came here to watch the Rockets game live, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm watching Russell Westbrook right now. Washington versus Boston. Washington versus Boston. That's a good game. I want to see Russ. I haven't seen Russ in live action yet. I mean, I watched the highlights. He gave it up to Bradley Beal. Could you imagine the Rockets make a trade with the Wizards again to get Bradley Beal? I don't see it.
Puts some big time points on the board.
Jason Tatum looks good. Very smooth.
Going to tee up a three. I'd be in the rebound.
Bradley Beal is looking for a shot really early against Browns. Now, I know Brown's having a breakout year, but I don't know how he looks defensively. So I get to see this game. Just till the Rockets come on live. I'm wearing this beanie because, man, it is cold outside. We're in Houston, obviously, but if I get people from all over the world. Not necessarily. I have small subscribers, but I do have places from other countries. But in Houston, for a Houston person, it's just about. Oh, let me check out what it is. 48 degrees for Houston people. Man, we're trying to avoid to be outside. Sorry, let me silence my phone.
My mind is sharp. Then I can go out and do whatever I need to do. I was trying to go down here. I want to be.
I'm sorry.
Good shot. Press situations. Keep being aggressive, decisive.
Yeah, so the Rockets are about to come on next.
Learn each other early in the season.
So let me know your thoughts. Who do y'all think is going to win tonight? Orlando or the Rockets?
I said a lot about it. We'll always get you over the hump. It's funny. Good consistency throughout the season. So we definitely have another level. The best league in the world, and guys have these nights. It's just good that we was able to answer the call. We brought it on both ends, and we came out of here with a W.
I'm sorry, my phone's blowing up. My girlfriend wants money. I guess I gotta give it to her. I'm a little piggy there. She's at the nail salon saying that she broke a nail. Can you send me $10 more? Oh well, that's the life, I guess. Yeah, but I mean, do y'all have a clear favorite for tonight? I mean, I think Christian Wood said he's gonna play tonight. I need to silence this because I really can't. I can't focus, but I they might shut me down just for having background basketball. So anyway, who are y'all predictions for tonight? I mean, I have one person in. Let me know who you are. I can give you a shout out. Like I said, when I get 100 subscribers, I'm gonna go. Once I get that notification, I'm gonna go automatically to Facebook Live, and I'm gonna give the second person. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say the first. The second person a free jersey of the team of their choice, and I get to pick the player though because I enjoy, just doing that. I enjoy, picking random players, picking random jerseys, those colors. So let me know who you're picking for tonight. Right now, Rockets look shaky the beginning of the season, but they haven't had their full roster together. I don't really think any game they have had their roster that's on paper out there at all. No, not at all. They haven't. So there's been a lot of circumstances that have played a factor, like the COVID, the isolation, players getting teed up. Like I said in my last video, injuries. It's hit us all at once this year, especially with all that Rockets drama and the off season. But the good thing about this though, and the bad thing as well, we're not the only team suffering from getting COVID. The whole Philadelphia 76ers team, who started out really hot and right out the gate, the whole team is suffering with the virus. So they all got to isolate. But I mean, that necessarily doesn't hurt them because they're not going to get, you know, they're not going to get no, they're still going to get their games postponed till further notice. So that really doesn't hurt them because they're not really losing nobody. You know, for the Rockets situation is a little different because we still had to play with a certain amount of players. You know, that's what sucks. That's what really sucks because the NBA really hold the Rockets for that. They wanted the Rockets to play on a certain amount of players. I just didn't understand that. Man, postpone the games. I mean, the NBA is just hungry for money. They lost so much money in the bubble. They lost millions and millions of dollars and viewers. It made me upset that they still did that. Sorry, guys. So Boston's looking pretty good. Russ going up for a layup, scores. Ooh, Russ got blocked by Taco Fall. So yeah, Boston putting a hurting on them so far. Russ, he don't look good. Russ just got stuffed. Russ looking at them highlights. He's looking up at the Tychotron, like, damn. I seen his face. He's like, damn, I should have passed that hoe. He says, nah. He says, nah, I need my triple-double. First comes the points, then the assist. That's how it starts off. A player wants to go out aggressively. They wanna score first, and they want to establish themselves, and then they want to like let their whole game fall slowly. For if it's passing, rebounds, defense, etc., they want to make a statement right out the gate. But like I said, I'm gonna show the Rockets. Well, I'm not gonna show the Rockets game. I'm gonna cover the Rockets game, and we won't have Anthony Sweet, my co-host tonight, just because he had a game tonight, and his schedule was all over the place, similar to mine. But this is my channel. I'm not gonna rely on Anthony necessarily. I do count on his opinion, but like I said, it's slowly gonna gradually go into the Kobe Tree show and the Kobe Tree co-host Anthony Sweet show, but that's going to take time. Anthony has to get set up. He has a laptop, but it's his college laptop, so he really doesn't have access to YouTube Live, necessary technology to make it easy for us to keep in contact with him in that way, and to keep out putting out good content. So Anthony has figured out certain ways. Last night we were figuring out and messing around. So I kind of came to the idea. I downloaded the app, and I'm gonna let Anthony use it. We don't have 1,000 subscribers, and we're far from it. But I'm telling you that because you can only go on Facebook Live if the fact that you have 1,000 subscribers. You can only go on Facebook Live if you have 1,000 subscribers on your phone. Now, was an app that I paid for, not paid for yet. It gives you a 14-day trial to test it out and see if it's worth buying. But now Anthony downloaded it as well. So he doesn't want to buy it. I understand, but I'm going to let him use mine. So Anthony's going to go live, or he's going to make videos as well. Because there's ways to make videos on YouTube from your phone, or, there's always a way if you just, find a loop or you're willing to spend a little bit of money. We don't get paid to be doing this. I mean, last night we were trying to figure out ways all night, just trying to put out more content, not necessarily from me, but from Anthony. We spend all night trying to figure that out. And Anthony has to wake up to go to school the next day, and he had a test. So, we take this very serious. We don't get paid for it. Hopefully one day. I mean, but that wasn't our big goal. We weren't like, oh, let's get paid for talking about so-and-so. That was never our intentions. Our intentions were like, hey, we got something to say. Let's present ourselves the best way we can. So the Rockets game should be coming out in a little bit. My schedule is so messed up. I've been working 7 to 3 or 10 a.m. to 7:30, but man, I haven't even ate today. All I ate was yogurt and a little bit of granola mix. I swear, like I'm not even hungry. My schedule is so messed up. I didn't even lift weights today. I've just been sleeping all day. I had back-to-back days where I worked till 3 a.m. and that just put me out of sync. But I did make a few videos. I made a few videos this morning. I have a weird sleep pattern. It is my day off, so I mean, as long as I'm here to post the Rockets breakdown, me and Anthony haven't been making that much videos covering the Rockets that much, like we would or should, or have the benefit because we're just so busy. But I've been trying to spread my wings. I've been trying to cover the NFL, breaking news. We had a lot of drama. The main drama in all sports right now is Deshaun Watson trying to get out of Houston. Now, I don't necessarily say get out of Houston. He's just, I don't know. I think he's very upset that he hasn't had a say-so into some of the management and the coaching hiring. I think they lied to him. I think they lied to him because they probably promised him that. And they shouldn't be promising things and not, capitalizing on it and being two-faced. If you promise a thing like a man, as an organization, a business, if they present something to their employee, they should man up and, take an L and be honest, not necessarily be blaming other people because Jack Easterby is getting all the blame, but Cal McNair is the real brains of the operation. When a player is under contract, though, he doesn't have the disadvantage. That's just like James Harden's situation. James Harden has, but the NFL and NBA is totally different, It's two different worlds when it comes to having an opinion as a player. I mean, if you're a top 5 quarterback, you're going to have an opinion. Yes, I could say that, but I think that's the only reason why he does have an opinion because J.J. Watt can say whatever he wants, but he's not going to have it's not going to make him break the team. They'll hire a defensive coordinator. He'll be happy and sign a few defensive players. And that will make him happy. I don't necessarily see him back with the team. Now we're going to try to cover the Rockets already. This is the game that I really wanted to watch. I watched Russ for a little bit. He looks good. But he didn't score. I don't think he scored at all. Yeah, but I'm trying to grow my channel. So, like I said, I'm going to do everything I can to stay on top of things. The game still hasn't shown. Oh, it says 20 minutes. That can't be right. Oh, 1 minute. I was like, man, hold up. That's not right. I don't know if they're in Houston or Orlando. That's why I told Anthony to go live. I'll turn on the sound on this.
John Wall has come to Houston. He has really made his impact known. Now, he's not shooting.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I don't have NBA TV. I don't have Comcast. I just found a site where I can watch all the games for free. Any game I want, from NFL to NBA, and I don't have to pay a dime. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that. Nah, YouTube don't care. Has nothing to do with YouTube because I ain't even showing the game. Now there will be an issue if I was showing the game. That's why I don't show the game because if I show the game, I'll get in trouble and my channel will get either suspended or banned. I don't want that to happen.
Players out in tonight's lineup, but Vukovic is solid. Yeah, he's one of the.
This man looks ugly. This man has some butter teeth. I ain't trying to be no hoe, but Bill Warrell is like 80 years old. Yeah, Vukovic is nice. He has a older center in his game. Not necessarily fast, but he has all the moves, and he's gonna have a challenge with. I don't know what Christian Wood percentages and what he looks like because I know he's been having a lot of knee soreness. I'll pause this valley. So they're just shooting around. Let's see if I see James Harden. He's been having ankle issues. This whole team is having their issues this year. From, as long as the players that have been seriously injured the last few years are, keeping their condition, keeping their minutes down, staying productive. And oh, look, Ben McLemore is out there. Thank goodness. Hey, whoever is watching, let me know what you think. Give me your honest opinion. We'll probably try to get Anthony on here later once, later in the game. Anthony likes to come in the middle of the game. Yeah, I mean, who are you? That one person. Thanks for sticking it out with me. I'm trying to get more people on here. Sometimes it could be hard because, oh, they're in Houston. Man, I feel bad, like with everything going on in Washington. I really can't speak about it on my YouTube channel because, I don't want to cross that line. But, there's just, I just wish the best for America, for real. Because, I thought we put 2020 behind us, but it has carried into 2021. I know 2021 has been good for a lot of people, but for America, it still tends to bleed. I'm going to go, like I said, I think next week or maybe the following, I'm going to try to go to a Rockets game, live. Like I said, I found a way to go Facebook Live, YouTube Live, See, there's a big difference from going to Facebook Live to YouTube Live. Easy. It's just a click of a button. It don't matter if you're brand new to YouTube or, to Facebook or not. YouTube is very difficult. You probably have to pay for that. Like I said, it's hard to go live on your phone if you don't have 1,000 subscribers.
Hi everyone, I'm Kaylee Griffin.
Trying to get more people in here. Like I said, maybe I might give out a prize tonight. If they can answer my question right without people. I guess people could Google it. It's just who's faster at the gun. So I'll probably give out a prize to somebody, maybe a Clutch Bear doll or a hat or something. I don't really know yet. Or my dog. Nwuaba's really good. I think he could take PJ Tucker's spot. It's time to trade PJ Tucker. You got to get a big man in here, a center. Because Christian Wood, he is not a center. He's a power forward. And DeMarcus Cousins is, he's just not there yet with all these injuries.
And the Rockets are coming up against a very, very short-handed Magic team.
See, a short-handed Magic team. This should be an easy win, but the Rockets been having their struggles with all their issues. Markelle Fultz towards ACL the other night. I feel really bad for Markelle Fultz because he's had a long journey in the NBA. He got drafted by one of the worst organizations in the NBA for a young player to try to develop. I understand they had high expectations. Philadelphia 76ers have high expectations when they drafted Markelle Fultz, but I felt like they did that man wrong, and he did too. It was just two bad sides going at it, and then they sent him to Orlando, and then, finally this man is being productive, and then he tears his ACL. It's very unfortunate to see a young player go down like that. You never want to see that in today's game, no matter if you don't root for that team or that player. You don't want to see people get injured because, they may never be the same again. But like I said, I don't like to see young kids get injured. It's how they bounce back, though, for real. That perseverance, that consistency, that rehab. Amar'e Stoudemire had a few injuries. He was at one point, Amar'e Stoudemire was one of the, if not the best player in the NBA, top three And he was unbelievable. I remember watching him with Steve Nash. I was like, man, he does not get the credit that the man deserves. Defensively, he wasn't well-rounded, but he gave the Spurs issues. That was probably one of the only teams besides the Lakers that gave the Spurs real issues. And he was unbelievable. He happened to get so many injuries, it just took a toll on his body. But he last played in Jerusalem. So he played in Jerusalem for about 2 years ago. He played in Jerusalem. He won the MVP award. I don't necessarily know the talent level over there, but he won the MVP, and I think he won a championship. But he said he got real humble and he found religion in Jerusalem. Somewhere I would love to visit, just the history alone. And then now he's a coaching assistant for the Brooklyn Nets, part of that Steve Nash duo with Mike D'Antoni. James Harden's out there. See, it's hard to believe the media. James Harden looks so happy out there. Man, don't believe the media. That's my friend said I need to cover more drama, more trade rumors, man. That's not me, man. I'll cover it in doses. Like if it's the right time and right place to really talk about it, I'm not going to be twisting things up for subscribers. Talking about specifically about trades. Now, if a trade happens, I'm going to talk about it, but I'm not going to be lying and trying to manipulate people. So the starters is Christian Wood, Nwaba, PJ Tucker, John Wall, James Harden. For Orlando, Vucevic, Gary Clark used to be a Rocket. James Ennis used to be a Rocket. Dwayne Bacon, Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony is a rookie. He looks like he's taking Markelle Fultz's position just because of the injury. So I look at that lineup for Orlando. I already can tell the Rockets should win this game. James Ennis and Gary Clark couldn't even crack the lineup on the Rockets. If you're a real Rockets fan, whoever you are, I'm sure you heard of Gary Clarkson or James Ennis III. Man, I feel like James Harden is going bald. He must be stressed out. His hairline's right here.
Rockets have had at least 2 players score 20 or more points in all 6 games to start.
I ain't trying to diss the man, but damn. PJ Tucker out there. You got to get bigger. You have to trade PJ Tucker. Man, I got to go to the game. I was considering going tonight, but my girlfriend took a journey to drop off a few packages after work.
Position in Indiana. But Wood is back in there tonight. He had a bulky left knee, was giving him some problems, and the Rockets.
James Harden on top, driving, looking for Christian Wood. Christian Wood, a 3. He missed his 3-point shot. Last game, Christian Wood, he didn't play, but the previous, he had a horrible shooting night. Vucevic right away.
He is a good outside shooter and just a solid all-around veteran.
I expect a big game for Vucevic. They win that position. Christian Wood versus Vucevic is a loss to the Rockets. Just in that position. John Wall, 3. Quick 3. Cole Anthony's going to learn tonight. You're going to learn tonight, boy. You rookie. PJ Tucker against Vucevic.
Pass inside, good defense.
James Harden foul on James Ennis. James Ennis going to a free throw line.
He did that for a couple of years here at Houston. Hey, James Ennis, he used to play for us.
Bill Aurora.
We got a lot of guys around the league.
Let me know if y'all excited for a giveaway tonight. To my one fan. Maybe if you might stay, I might just give it to you.
Upcoming home games include the Lakers, Suns.
Okay, Rockets inbounds the ball. James, John Wall bringing it down.
7,300. And while you were talking about that,
Foul on Orlando.
a little pick and roll. Bob over the top of Christian Wood, and he got fouled down low. Officials are Sean Wright, Scott Fornazzi.
I feel like Coach Silas behind that mask is mad. Like they say, a person with a very upbeat energy, smiling all the time, low key, could bust you in your mouth.
All the way back out.
That's Coach Silas. Coach Silas seems very approachable person, very trustworthy.
And missed it. Cole Anthony wearing his dad's old number 50. I got a soft spot in my heart for that number 50, Bill. You know that. Oh, yes, indeed. You don't see number 50 too much in the NBA anymore. Back in my day and earlier, it was, the big man wore number 50, but it was cool.
I like number 50, number 50, 55, 42 was my high school number.
Yeah, I had a few games of his at UNLV, and then he moved on to the Knicks.
But number 5 was my one of my favorite numbers too.
Broadcaster in the NBA. Ball on the floor, Rockets digging it out, and finally it's knocked out.
Orlando turns it over. They look sloppy. I don't necessarily know what they want to do on offense. I know they want to give it to Vujacic, but they don't really have another clear option. I don't see Eric Gordon. I mean, Eric Gordon must be injured as well. Eric Gordon, Markel Phelps, ACL, he'll be out all year. This Orlando team might get a top draft pick.
Sets up Kawama, and he makes it.
Cole Anthony bringing it up, driving, looking, passing. James Ennis, pump fake, miss. That's why James Ennis, when he was on this team, that was Clarkson, excuse me. They have a similar body type, James Ennis and Clarkson. Vujacic with all the moves. James Harden looking. Passed outside of PJ Tucker. Knocked down a 3. I can already tell the Rockets they should win this game. It's no real competition out there. It's unfortunate because I don't like to see a game where a team's all beat up. I like to see teams at their strength, to see what the Rockets are made of. He fouled him. PJ Tucker fouled Vujacic. He's arguing it, but it's clear as day. He fouled him on the wrist. I hate when they complain every time. They always complain. Like, take that foul and keep going. You ain't got to cry every time. Sometimes I feel bad for the referees. Scoring leaders, Dwight Howard at first with 11,000, Nick Anderson 10,000, Vujacic, and then Tracy McGrady. Dwight Howard is the leading point getter on the Orlando Magic. Damn, that's bad.
First year he came out.
Christian Wood with another miss.
Nice pass inside to Ennis. Picked up with defense by PJ.
Rockets running a fast break. James Harden dribbling, driving, crossing, scoring. Rockets up 8-6. They look slowish for a team that they're playing against.
Rockets up by 2 in the early going. Anthony, super quick.
Cole Anthony going against PJ Tucker.
Steps back and fires.
Ooh. James Ennis, a putback dunk.
He is really a good offensive rebounder. James Ennis, good rebounder and a good shooter from the corner.
See, we could use a player like James Ennis. I necessarily didn't understand why he was always shooting those damn threes with Mike D'Antoni. but Orlando figured out how to use him right. Christian Wood 0 for 3. Christian Wood, he's 0 for 2 from the 3 and 1 for 0 for 1 from the field goal from the field. 0 for 3 in total. I really want to see Eric Gordon in action. He's such a different dynamic to the offense when he comes down. That's what he was in 2017. He brought like a different energy. Cole Anthony foul.
We have a timeout on the court, 6:58 left to play.
Yeah. So Rockets are down by 2. They look bad. I don't necessarily. This game will determine a lot. They're playing a team with a lot of injuries. James Harden speaking to the referee. So when it goes to commercial for like the broadcast, like Southwest TV, I get to watch other things.
Tell us about the new additions for the Rockets.
Most of the stuff that I wrote on my board stayed up there because they really fit into the way that I wanted to play. I wanted to have multiple ways to play, and those guys allow me to do so. Have John Wall pushing the ball with the floor, and either passing ahead to a running wing or keeping it and getting the ball into the paint and making all the great passes that he's made over his career that is accentuated by playing the way that I want to play. 5 out with space and allowing guys to get into the paint and do their thing.
Yeah, John Wall.
To have Christian
He looks
Wood
like
trail the
John Wall before
be
injuries.
able to roll and
Christian Wood is gonna have to attack the basket. I don't see him. Why you gotta shoot threes all the time? You ain't gotta do that. He has to attack.
Another kind of way, option for us to play. And then to have Cuz out there is another, not necessarily going to be in small ball quite as much. Play big ball.
This is the first time I've seen this lineup together all fully. I don't really know who we're missing. Daniel House. We're only missing Daniel House, who's very important to the team. I'm not going to take that away from him, but this is the most players I've seen on this team so far this year. We got Cousins, I think, on the bench if he's not a scratch. You have Christian Wood, who showed up. Yeah, I mean, everybody's playing. McLemore is on the bench. KJ Martin as well.
With an early 10-8 lead here in the first. Let's take a look at our poll question of the night. What's your favorite thing about that 1995 championship run? Was it that the Rockets were the first 16 to win it all? Was it the Kids of Death by Mario Ellie, who's in our studio here tonight? Was it the Dream Shake against the Admiral or the 9 road wins? You can head on over to our Twitter account at ATT Sportsnet SW to cast your vote, and all of the results coming up later in the broadcast. I'm going to send it over to Bill.
I wanted to make a video about Hakeem Olajuwon, but I mean, I feel like that's kind of played out. But that's why I was talking to one of my friends if I should make a Hakeem Olajuwon video. But I would have to go into high detail definition on Hakeem Olajuwon that hasn't really been put out there. Those playoff runs that they didn't win the championship in.
I think DJ a little bit reminds me of Mario. Mario didn't mind telling you. Yeah. Mario's a straight shooter. Going on. Mario's a straight
Cole Anthony looks pretty good. He's not forcing things for a rookie. I feel like he's going to have a long career. He's not forcing things. He looks very calm and collective. He's letting the game come to him. His dad played in the NBA. Greg Anthony played a long career.
60 or more wins. Another one had 58 wins. I don't know if that will ever be done.
Yeah, that's the point I think that needs to be emphasized. The Rockets had those 9 road wins. Their backs were against the wall each series, and they were able to knock off 4 terrific teams in the championship.
Yeah, the most fun years I've ever had doing basketball. That was those 2 years were really, really fun.
You know, the build-up to those 2 years, too, Bill. I started with the Rockets in 90. were putting the team together, and we were coalescing, we were getting our chemistry. We had Otis Thorpe, and we had Vernon Maxwell, and Kenny Smith. And we added Barry O'Malley, and then we added Robert Ory, and then we added Sam Cassell. Those 4 years from 90 to 94 sure were fun.
Yeah. There's an air ball by Anthony, gets it back outside, and he traveled.
Let me add Carl Herrera on that team, too.
Oh, boy. Now, if we hadn't had him that first year, we might not have beat the Knicks. I mean, the Knicks.
No question. Carl Herrera was critical for both those.
So James Harden.
championships. And Carl's-
The Rockets look bad. They're down by 3, but they look bad. James Harden passed the ball. He's just standing on top of the key. Okay. Okay, alley-oop, Christian Wood. I'm going to watch James Harden carefully. I'm going to try to dissect him. John Wall playing good defense. PJ Tucker. What are you doing, PJ? John Wall bringing up the ball. John Wall carving it up. PJ Tucker, 3. Got it. See, that ball needs to be in John Wall's hand. Even though the last possession was in James Harden's hand and they got a two-pointer, but John Wall is just so – he could set up players. James Harden just needs to move around. He needs to be engaged in the offense. He can't stand around. James Harden pull-up three-pointer, got it. Now, James Harden's been doing that pull-up three-point shot a lot, and he's been missing it. He's been so inefficient these last few games that we lost. See, he even said it. He's been so cold the last few games, shooting stupid shots. I'm not trying to grill James Harden, but man, you don't want to be here. You got to show the effort that, you know, people are criticizing you. I don't necessarily think you have to prove them wrong, but don't prove them right. You just have to move around a little bit on offense if you don't have the ball in your hand. Christian Wood, a two-pointer, man, what a move. Anthony messaging me. He said he'll be home late, probably after the game. Probably make a video after the game.
Back outside again, back inside, a miss. Putting it up again, good athleticism, but they can't get it.
Ooh, that was ugly. That shot's ugly. Tim Birch. Man, I gotta breathe the energy. I just woke up. I walked my dog. He's such a little bad boy, trying to attack people. Kept catching me off guard. So Rockets up 19-12.
They're really struggling a little bit as defensively because they haven't had all of their players playing together.
Eric Gordon's out there. Nwaba. And Jae'Sean Tate. So the only players that are still out there from the beginning is Harden and Christian Wood. John Wall's out because he's on minute restrictions. If y'all don't know, he had a horrible injury last year.
He takes it to his left, good stop, good defense. Back outside.
He had an Achilles tear, and then he got affected twice.
His heart back the other way. Nobody went out to get him, and Brennan taps and it won't go down. Tough luck shot again.
It's a horrible shot.
Bacon.
Bacon with a 2-point shot.
Like that Bacon.
I wish I had that last name. Adam Bacon. Nwaba. Woo, he's so athletic. So Steve Clifford called a timeout. 13-0 run. This should be the outcome right now. Hey, look at that hat. I hope it doesn't burn. It's just made out of straw. And I wonder how hot it gets. We'll have to find out. I'm only turning it off at the end of the video. Y'all let me know if it catches on fire.
The National Basketball Association used to
Look at my boy. I had to switch his up. It looks better on it since it's shiny. To my one person watching, I might just give you the prize. Just let me know who you are and the details, since you've been here so long. Anthony messaging me. He's telling me Harden looks better. But I said, man, he looks good, yeah, but they're so beat up. So it's a timeout right now. My one person watching, let me know who you are. I feel like you earned a prize. Just for a pure, what do they call it?
Let's take a look at tonight's Taco Bell team. Rockets' six-man Eric Gordon was one of the team's primary ball handlers.
See, Eric Gordon's up. He's almost averaging 20 points this year off the bench.
He's just by nearly 2 points a season since 2018, but Gordon has been a spark so far, averaging 19 and a half points. He scored 21 points in the last 3
I'm gonna go live at the game, I swear. They play the Lakers back to back, but I don't know if it's both in LA or both in Houston. I'm not really sure, so I gotta find that out. I'm gonna try to get tickets to the game. I want to see. I've never seen LeBron James live. Never. I've seen Kobe. I've never seen Kobe. I've seen Carmelo Anthony, but he played with us, so. But I didn't see him when he was on the Rockets team.
Working on the post up, and a slam dunk. That breaks the scoreless streak.
Vujicic is a pretty good passer. Vujicic could play Nikola Jokic role, but I just don't necessarily see that coach being a really good fit for them. So many injuries.
One of my favorites here with Jeff Van Gundy in the early days. And Tate puts it up and in. You know, when you think about that coaching staff,
Jae'Sean Tate has been a big surprise to me. Vujicic with the ball, trying to back down on Cousins. Cousins did solid. Cousins is very solid down in the post. Woo! Jae'Sean and James Harden having Nwaba. Nwaba is so athleticism. Vujicic with a three.
Man, if you're going to double me inside, I'm going out. It's so good. You know, Bill, we've been watching his whole career. We were wanting Rockets to draft him. Rockets obviously did not, but he has really developed.
there's James all the way to the basket.
James with two.
They wanted to double team him, but they couldn't get there fast enough.
Well, there's a decision to be made.
You can't take out Vujicic for that long, the Orlando, because there's not a lot of weapons on this team. But you have Terrence Ross out there. Terrence Ross is a bucket. Vujicic backing Cousins down. Vujicic backing Cousins down. Turn around. It was a bad shot, but I'd rather him taking a bad shot than some of these sorry dudes, these role players, who are being forced to take bigger roles because of injuries. Eric Gordon, a three. Ooh, he almost made that.
Terrence Ross paid the price for that foul. Eric Gordon said I was shooting the ball.
Well, the referee said no.
So Eric Gordon is not fouled on the three-point shot.
Ross is really upset.
It's on the floor.
That's got to be a shot. I don't know how that's not a shot.
Yeah, I don't know how that's not a shot.
When you pump into Eric Gordon, that's going to hurt a little bit.
Almost made it.
Excuse me.
Waba will
Like I said, I took a nap because my sleep schedule has been so messed up.
So Rockets will be going with Martin, Gordon, Cousins, and Brown. His Cousins.
I might just cover the first half from live. No, just cover it because I think it's going to be a blowout. Eric Gordon from downtown. He wanted free throws with that three-point shot foul. So he made them pay coming back at them and knocking it down. Terrence Ross shooting a three.
Not too long ago, I said, why do you practice? You never take one there. Our fires away. Goes back usually about 3 feet behind the three-point line when he shoots it.
Ooh, Larry Clarkson, a turnover. I like Gary Clarkson. He's a good guy. He was with the Rockets. It's unfortunate.
So, shot right there, Steve Clifford, who had
Poor Gary Clarkson. I have a soft spot for these players because Gary Clarkson and James Ennis, I don't want to see them do bad or get embarrassed. I'm rooting for them. James Harden killing it, killing the time, killing it. Cousins. Cousins, woo, man. That was sloppy. Oh, Eric Gordon had a steal and shot a three with 4 seconds left, but missed it. I'm just glad Christian Wood's playing. He brings such a different dynamic to this team that, you know, that I've never seen, not with this James Harden era or ever with this team. I mean, the only player I could compare him to, like, who was similar to him was Eddie Griffin, but Eddie Griffin never reached his potential. Christian Wood does remind me of Eddie Griffin.
With the 15th pick in 2020 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Cole Anthony from the University of North Carolina.
A big-time high school player, one of the best high school players. You had some injuries. What are you eager to showcase in the NBA?
I wish Anthony was on here. Our show together is so much more of a spark. We feed off each other. Excuse me.
Probably one of the hardest years of my life. I can say I had a very blessed life. Thanks to my parents, my family, my friends, my whole support system, and just I've never had surgery before. Just having the surgery was just when I found out I had surgery, it was heartbreaking. I broke down, started crying. Dad, you see I'm crying now, shoot. But it's just I struggled.
This is Cole Anthony here.
I'm still struggling to this day. But I'm getting and I'm putting down and can't wait to get out there. But I'm so passionate about the sport, the game. This is the best moment of my life right here. I don't like there's nothing compared to this moment right here. You may be birthed, but this is the absolute best moment of my life.
That was draft night. So his dad was in the NBA for a very long career. I remember playing with him I played with him with the Trailblazers on NBA Jam 2000. So I think that's when his dad retired. If I'm not incorrect, but that was a long time ago. I was just a little boy. So Cole Anthony is younger than me. A lot younger than me.
Purchase today at Rockets.com. See a lot of old friends that have been long-time season ticket holders.
I saw twins there.
Yeah.
Twin babies out there watching the game in their cutouts.
Whistle on a foul. Right now, Gary Clark is in the game along with Terrence Ross, Bone, Manet, and Bamba. Ross brings it into Clark now as he turns the corner.
Ross.
This guy can score. Terrence, good athlete. Missed
Cousins,
that shot. Cousins with the rebound.
a solid rebound. So Mo Bamba.
Nice pass inside. And Tate gets it to go.
Good looking second unit here, right there. And you see Ben McLemore out on the floor as well, so he's getting his first minutes of the season. But I like what Silas is doing with this lineup here, trying to find some combinations that work. There's Ben. Welcome back. Great pass here from Boogie Cousins, who is a terrific passer. We knew that before he came here to the Rockets. But what a signing to pick him up on a very, actually it's an unguaranteed deal. Basically, just shows you can play. He's showing us.
So Rockets are killing them. So I'm only going to say line until halftime. 34-17. Cousins looking good on the boards.
Played at Tennessee for
John Wall's back out there. DeMarcus Cousins, Jashawn Tate, Ben McLemore. First time I've seen him on the court all year this year. Ben McLemore already a three. Got it. Boy, I missed him because he's one of my favorite Rockets.
wasn't that a good pass, too? Jashawn Tate.
So John Wall bringing the ball up.
Tate is playing 4 minutes.
DeMarcus Cousins pump fakes from the three-point line, driving it.
That goes a long way back. I mean, that shows you how much he's considered a good player. Now, we know he's not really a rookie because he played over in Australia last year, but he is playing very good basketball. There's a foul on Mo Bamba.
So I didn't really necessarily hear what he said, but Jashawn Tate
Pass outside. Look at this group working
and Steve Francis had something in common in their rookie year, but I didn't hear what he said. I'm a big Steve Francis fan. Terrence Ross has such a great shot. He missed the last several shots, but it's such a polarizing shot. McLemore should have shot that. Tate fouled. Oh, travel. Orlando is getting cooked out there. So, like I said, I can't really stay. I don't know. If I get a lot of people in here, I'll stay live. But right now, it's 37-17, and it's not looking good for Orlando. But like I said, Orlando, I give them the benefit of the doubt. They're injured. They're Markelle Fultz tore his ACL the other night. Very unfortunate for a young player like that, and who's been suffering injuries through his, early career. I don't see Eric Gordon. I don't really necessarily know why. And Isaac, I don't see Isaac out there either. So they're very shorthanded. Yeah, Orlando, like I said, they're all injured. And how you doing, Sam? Welcome to the show. And to my other person that has been here forever. Yes, Orlando is weak because they're very injured. They're very beat up. But they have promise. They might get a high draft pick due to all these injuries. He's mentioning Markelle Fultz right now. So what I witnessed so far is DeMarcus Cousins looks very aggressive on the boards. He's attacking, he's pump faking from the three-point line. So he looks very efficient. What are your predictions for the playoffs? I think the Ravens play Tennessee, and that's going to be a good game. I predict the Ravens will beat Tennessee this weekend. I'm not sure the other wild card, but my Super Bowl prediction this early, I got to go with the Chiefs versus Seattle. Yeah, Cousins is a good leader, Sam. He has a tone. Like, he could set a tone. Yeah, the Ravens as well. The Ravens are slept on. I think they had a lot of issues this year, but don't sleep on the Ravens. They still got Lamar. Lamar Jackson's still one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. They're in a tough division. I mean, you don't necessarily see when a division is so great, you know, one team could look weak, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're weak. That just means, you know, they suffered the most in that division. All you got to do with a division like that is just get in and then be healthy, and hopefully things go your way. James Ennis shooting it from the perimeter. It's a miss. Oh, that was Bacon. Excuse me. I feel bad for Orlando because, I mean, they made it to the playoffs the last few years, and these injuries, I don't like to see a team get riddled with injuries. It's just it's not entertaining. It's unfortunate. You want to see teams at full strength. Ben McLemore, pull-up jump. Oh, a pull-up three. Fast break, pull-up three. Man, I miss Ben McLemore. I miss Ben McLemore. 3 for 3. I think he's been wanting to play. I feel bad for Orlando. I swear, I don't like to see that because I understand they don't suck. They just lost their role players had to step up into bigger roles. So let me see who else plays this weekend in the playoffs. I'll be able to watch several games. Let me see who else plays.
John Wall with a 3 early. Got a step going down the middle, reverses.
They're showing highlights. So they got the Colts versus the Bills tomorrow. Man, that's a good one. I don't know. Those teams are both so evenly matched. Who do y'all have? If you had a pick, gun to your head, Colts or Bills? I gotta go with the Bills. Just because I don't trust Phillip Rivers. Seattle versus the Rams. Like I said, I got to go with Seattle, even though Aaron Donald was a beast. And then, you have 3 games tomorrow. Bucks versus Washington. Man, that's they got some great games tomorrow. I swear. Bucks versus Bucks versus Washington. I'm going to say the Washington Redskins, so I don't give a shit. The Washington Redskins. Colts versus the Bills. Rams versus the Seahawks. And then Sunday, you got Ravens versus Tennessee, Bears versus Saints. Wouldn't that be crazy if the Saints lost to the Bears? Steelers versus Browns. You got 2 teams that haven't been in the playoffs in the last few years, the Bears and Browns. Washington as well, but somebody had to win that division. And it looked like Washington was going to win. Washington Redskins, I'm not going to say, excuse me, sorry. Washington Redskins. They're still the Washington Redskins to me. I had watched a video and it showed a lot of Indian people, like Native Americans, say they said that they weren't offended by the name of the Washington Redskins, that the white man had changed that because they felt offended for the Indians. Another thing that the white man had stolen from the Native American man. If y'all watch King of the Hill, you know what I'm talking about. John Rancourt would be mad.
Man, those were some good times to be some Rockets basketball.
Hey, and a little mention, too, to start that overtime, Robert Horry with 2 big threes to get the Rockets going. Both teams struggled to score a little bit.
Robert Horry, big shots on 7 different championship teams.
Vujicic with the 3.
You know, going into that series, I was a little worried because Orlando had handled the Rockets pretty well in the regular season. In fact,
I don't really necessarily I feel like I need to make a video about this. It's clear if I make a video, it's about a particular player, and I think it will be about Cousins and Ben McLemore. So far, they look so good. They have been the difference into this team so far.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I like it. Al Harden will check back in, and going out will be Sterling Brown.
Back with 5 very good minutes.
Ben McLemore looking good.
Harden, not even sweating. That means he's been getting in shape the last 4 or 5 days. Impressive.
Cousins playing with Vujicic. Cousins. Boogie miss. Boogie, you know, I could live with him getting a shot. Block. PJ Tucker block.
Oh, that's PJ Tucker. I'm sorry. From the deep seats.
Eric Gordon with that deep three. You can't be shooting that. Hey, Sam, who do you have? So I called out the games and I said, tomorrow you have the Colts versus the Bills. I picked the Bills. Who do you got? Am I the person? If you have a say so? Who do you have in that game? Bills or the Colts? In my opinion, the Colts have a better team, like all around. It just stops at the quarterback position. That defense is so deadly. Rams versus Seahawks. And then you have Tom Brady versus the Washington Redskins. And I don't care. It's Washington Redskins always to me. John Wall looking fresh. Yeah, but the Colts look deadly on defense. Yeah, who's your Super Bowl favorite though? Like, who do you predict that will come out to the Super Bowl? Who's your Super Bowl pick? Like I said, the Saints, they ain't no push around. But I just don't see the Bucks making it to the Super Bowl because they haven't looked good all year. They probably had like 2 games where they looked dominant for all that talent they had, but every game has kind of been like iffy. Hey, where's Green Bay? Oh, Green Bay must be playing. They must have a bye. Packers and Green Bay. Packers versus Chiefs will be a nice Super Bowl. Yeah, I'll predict the Seahawks, but their defense is kind of iffy. But that was my pick: Seattle versus the Chiefs. But I mean, like I said, Bills can make it to the Super Bowl for real. The Bills. I mean, with Stephon Diggs going to the Bills for nothing. Well, for his draft picks, of course, but. But I forget that Green Bay is having a bye, and so are the Chiefs. But like a Super Bowl with the Chiefs and Green Bay, that would be nice. Aaron Rodgers versus Pat Mahomes. I mean, that's a recipe for a high rating Super Bowl. Seahawks versus the Chiefs as well. I mean, I'm not trying to say the Chiefs are going to go automatically. A team just has to get a niche. That niche means you got to run the ball on them. If you can run the ball and make some big plays versus the Chiefs, you can win. You just have to make some stops. It's any given Sunday. That means anything is possible on a Sunday. Chiefs just happen to have the best of everything. So it's 23-50, and PJ Tucker's complaining about a foul.
They're clicking tonight.
Yeah, Rockets are clicking tonight. Like I said, I'm expanding my channel. I'm trying to make it grow a little more. Like I said, I'm giving out a jersey, a team of their choice. My 100 subscriber that day, I'm not going to announce it. Once I get that notification, I got 100 subscriber, I'm going to go live. And my second person on live will get a free jersey, team of their choice. I'll pick the player because I just enjoy that. It might not even be a modern jersey. It might be a jersey from like, say somebody picks Tennessee, I might pick an Eddie George jersey. Any news on the Roughnecks? Nah, there's no news on the Roughnecks. I think they're going to play in 2022. There has been the NFL is trying to sue the Roughnecks. Well, not necessarily the Roughnecks, but the XFL, because they said that their logo is so similar to the Oilers, the Tennessee Oilers. So they're trying to take that copyright away. But I mean, it's just an oil field. Like, I don't know necessarily know an oil well. I mean, come on, man. That's stupid. It's just like the Indians. When the Cleveland Indians had an Indian as their logo, and then you had the Washington Redskins, but they weren't suing each other. So it's just a selfish move. I think it's just the part that they're both Houston related. So this probably been building up to it for a while. I hope they don't do it. I hope they don't win. Vujicic a dunk. So Vujicic got a dunk all the way from the three-point line. I'll tell you how it happened. Christian Wood was trying to play those lanes too much. He almost had it, but Vujicic is so good.
Take a touchdown. Yes, it did. Good day to spike it. James Ennis just goes in there. It's like a middle linebacker in there. See the John Wall hit the hole. You know, we appreciated that defense, though. He's a hard-nosed.
But yeah, I can't wait till the XFL comes back because I had joy going to the game. Because if y'all ever been to the University of Houston Stadium, their football stadium is so badass because they have bleachers. It's a stadium, but it has bleachers all around, and it's so much better than any football atmosphere because you feel like you're not smashed. I mean, you don't have two armrests between you and somebody else all over you. You have bleachers, so it's amazing. So you could expand. You're not necessarily can't lean back, but even when I go to a Texans game, I'm like this. I'm like this the whole game. I have a little bit of gap between us. So bleachers will be awesome. I want to see the Roughnecks back in the University of Houston. That's one thing too. Tillman was trying to negotiate with the XFL about them playing in the Cougar Stadium. I think he owns the stadium. That's why, but he does own it. But they couldn't get on a negotiation, so I don't necessarily know where the Roughnecks are going to play. At least if they do come on an agreement to play there. It's a great stadium, and the Roughnecks, them playing there is probably a recipe for success. Because I don't see the Texans and doing business with the NFL, but it is The Rock. So the original owner of the XFL was Vince McMahon, but The Rock might have they're already getting sued by them with the Roughnecks logo. So I don't see them ever doing business. But The Rock is a marketable name, and he could take the XFL to the next level.
Foot on the drive, stick move, puts it up. Beautiful.
Christian Wood is pretty good, even though he was been injured. Yeah, I mean, hey, Anthony, Sam, you should be on the show one day. We could talk NFL because I think you're better at that. So John Wall, I'm just going to cover until halftime because this is such a blowout. James Harden, a deep three with a man in his face. 60-28. It's over, I swear. If Harden can turn around this Rockets team and put them into the playoffs and put them at a high seed, he'll be the MVP with all the drama, all the rumors around this team. Something about Christian Wood, he always getting gassed. He needs to get in better condition. He's such a skinny player. John Wall talking to James Harden. Looks like he's getting into it real good. John Wall's coaching the team. John Wall's coaching the team in the huddle, but he looks like he's mainly focusing on James Harden. I can't see James Harden's face. I'm sure James Harden really don't care. For how long James Harden has been in with the Rockets, I never could really get a good feeling on his personality because he doesn't really say a lot. Oh, yeah. I posted a video, if y'all haven't seen it, of Calvin Murphy saying, so they're in the booth, they're talking, and then when it went to commercial, he was still had his microphone activated, and he said he quit. So y'all need to go look that up. It's the Calvin Murphy getting busted. John Wall is so good. I can't believe we got him for us and a pick. Man, we won that trade for real. Like, Washington's going to look back a few years and say, damn, we're stupid. Because I think they're going to have to trade Russ. I think they're going to have to trade Russ because he just doesn't fit what they're doing. I think it was a desperate move because John Wall has been injured for so long. Our big issue is, yes, we got the better player back, but can John Wall and James Harden, can they make it work? Can they mesh it up? Can they coexist amongst each other? I like Cole Anthony. He looks pretty good. Come here, boy. He got that new harness. Y'all want to see him?
And a steal.
Anthony looking good. See, Anthony's a good player.
Big coach move my Clippers come out in the zone and try to slow the Rockets down. The Rockets know how to play against these, they just weren't quite ready.
Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon, a really quick three.
Vucevic
And
now
he missed
12
it.
points and 5 rebounds.
Difference, about 5 seconds, shot clock, game clock.
Cole Anthony.
Cole Anthony with the basketball, switched on to Wood.
Fullback jumper shot. Ooh,
Back it in.
it's good.
Beautiful shot. Rockets have 6 seconds. Harden
Cole Anthony's good.
giving it up to Wall instead. Now to 1 second left and
Wall, nasty. So it's pretty much a 30-point lead at halftime.
First half, in the second quarter, the Rockets scored 30 points. This is by far the fewest points the Rockets
Yeah, it's over.
have allowed.
So I'm going to end this here because, there's no reason to keep covering this game. I appreciate y'all, whoever stayed. Most definitely. Thank y'all. And to Sam and to the one person that stayed, thank you.
First 2 quarters.